So I'm just finishing the draft of this book I've been working on called Where is God in All of This? And it feels really, at least the experience of writing it, really transformative. Having a conversation with a creator or something, and creator or God or my truer self or whatever it is. I mean, it does feel like it's emanating from something that's outside of me rather than inside of me, much of it. Um, I can kind of tell the difference when I'm forcing it versus when I'm just surrendering to something. And it's really quite profound. I'm not trying to sell the book. I'm just sort of in the draft completion process today. And it just feels like it's like a really poignant reminder of both how much brilliance lives inside of every one of us, oftentimes awaiting its opportunity to be actualized. And we get into like, why is it that we're not actualizing all these encodings? And why do we still seem to be moving backwards in many ways, into this really bewildering place rather than forwards? And we get into that, and answers are provided that resonate with me at least. And it just feels like, with all due respect, we are mostly like flags flying at half mast. And as a result, we're much more easily manipulated and held back from our possibilities. And I think that's quite deliberate and systemic, and that's captured in the conversation, as well as the providing of a way forward. That seems almost so obvious in a way. I get into all the questions of where does the soul go after, where do we go after we die, and what is the purpose of this life, and why are you not saving us from ourselves? And um, you know, and the answer is, I'm your creator. I'm not your savior. It's interesting. You know, I don't need your worship. I didn't do all of this because I wanted a fan club. It's interesting. Um, so many interesting answers that are provided. And anyway, I'm excited, quietly excited, to bring this little book. Most of my books I worked on for like forever, especially those three longer books, but not this one. And I have no expectations. I have no, you know, I learned a long time ago with writing books. You have no idea what's going to happen, especially because I'm more of a grassroots writer, and I don't really chase the system and play the game. And I write what I want to write, and my editor works with me in that alignment always. But I think it'll be, where is God in all of this conversation? I think you'll find something, at least something in there, that maybe really helps you to really find meaning at a time when I think we're being deliberately orchestrated to feel a overwhelm of meaninglessness. Because when we feel meaningless, we are more we're ripe for the picking by the powers that be, the ones who want power. And in the conversation, I get into that question: why do they want power? And why do I, the more I advance in my own work on myself, and why do I want just service and not power? And who wants power? And because it seems so very few people I've ever met really want power. It's just a small percentage of the population that fights for it. And so, how do we create a world that is both powerful and void of those who seek power? And it's only one of the groups of questions that I ask in this book. But, it seems to me, I'm 62 years old, I've been around a bit, and I think my soul's probably been here a few other times. And in the conversation, creator says, I'm coming back again. It says Susan isn't coming back. She's beyond the beyond now. And I'm like, you're coming back, buddy. All right. Okay. It kind of helps to know that in a way. But it's like you reach a place and you go, okay, after seeing all the different things that you've seen in yourself and in others, and it's like you come down to like, what is the problem? And why is it that we as a collective seem to get in our own way and not actualize all of these great capacities that I've never met a person in my life, even the most disdainful, jealous harborers of hatred and that I didn't believe had some tremendous possibilities. And why is so little of it actualized? And that's really lives at the heart of the question. Um, why is so little of what exists within us, all this brilliance, unactualized? And it's not like we've only been here for a few weeks. We've been here for a long fucking time. Um, so maybe I'll leave that question with you with respect to yourself. What is in the way, if anything is in the way, of you actualizing all that you're meant to become in this lifetime? Seems to me it's probably the most important question of all.